is going to ruffle a few feathers, but I don't care. If you desire someone specific in energy, in character, in lifestyle, stop flirting with the knockoffs. The watered down versions you keep replying to, they're not even in the same league as the person you're praying for. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you tolerate. And one thing's for sure, two things for certain, God will never send you your king if you're too busy entertaining jokers.
Never again will I pretend to be an easygoing, low-maintenance woman just to make someone feel comfortable doing the bare minimum. That is not who I am, and I will not shrink myself to make myself easier to handle. I love thoughtful gestures, flowers I don't have to ask for, dates I don't have to plan, love letters, long texts, sweet check-ins. I love feeling reassured, being prioritized, and being with someone who shows up fully for me. I love feeling adored and not just tolerated, and I'm done pretending I don't.
I don't want you to believe that there are not good men out there. I just don't want you to settle for a raggedy man while you're waiting. I don't want you to believe some of these men that try to tell you that what you're looking for is impossible just because they're not willing to give it to you. I never want you to be with this man because you're thinking that he's the best that you can do. I'm all about prevention. My mission on here is to get to you before you move cross country to be with him, before you become his girlfriend, before you have his baby, before you marry him. I'm always trying to get to you before you make a decision that's hard for you to get out of. You deserve more than what you've been settling for, and it's my job to remind you of that every single day. There is a man that will see every one of your perceived flaws and love everything that comes with you. Your weight, your skin, your past. There is a man out there who will love it and everything that comes with you. Your children. There is no baggage too great for a man that loves you to carry. And not carry it like he's doing you some kind of favor, but carry it like it's his honor. Like everything about you, every perceived flaw is something that he finds unique and beautiful about you. You are not asking for too much, you're just asking the wrong person for it. And no, you are not hard to love. That man is a liar, and we both know that. You want steak, but the ramen is cheaper. The ramen is faster. So you settle for the ramen knowing good and well you wanted and deserved a steak. Girl, somebody's been a ramen.
I say I don't settle. I mean, 2 years ago after my breakup, I created a list of 46 items that my future partner has to check off. Now that said future partner has come into my life, and he literally checks off all 46 items. 46 items that pertain to his character, his behavior, and he checks every single one of them off, and he has no idea what is on that list. I forgot that I created it, and I found it a week ago. And I went through all the items, and I was like, oh my gosh, the person that I'm with right now literally checks off every single one of them. If I have brought that up to anybody, that my list is 46 items. They're like, 46? Don't you think it's a little much? They will sit there and they will tell me that I'm crazy and that I'm kind of shooting for the stars here. And that's exactly what I did. Yes, I was aiming as high as I possibly could because I did not want to deal with anything under the bare minimum. If I had listened to those people that told me that I'm aiming way too high, then I wouldn't have found the person that I'm with now. And so I'm very proud of myself for staying true to what I wanted. Because the human that I'm with now, my boyfriend now, is literally the best person I've ever encountered in my entire life.
This is going to sound crazy, but I can see why people settle. I feel like the part of your healing journey that people don't talk about, or this season of solitude, or just finding yourself again, or healing, people do not talk about how lonely it gets and how long you may be lonely for. And if it's too long, what may feel like too long, you'll come to this point where you're like, being this alone is taking a toll on me, just like those unhealthy relationships are taking a toll on me. So if both of these things are going to take a toll on me, I might as well do it with somebody. I might as well do it with something I'm used to or something I'm comfortable with. And I feel like, again, this may sound crazy, but I feel like we have to talk about this because not a lot of people do. And a lot of people feel this way and they may feel shameful for feeling this way, but it's like, no, this is normal. A lot of us be feeling like this. People just don't want to admit it. A lot of people stay in relationships because being alone like this, when you're healing, is very difficult because we're human and we're not supposed to do life alone. So if you're alone for too long, I'm telling you, you might get to a point where it's like, okay, now this is taking a toll on me. This is taking a toll on me. If your human mind feels like you've been alone for too long, your human mind is going to feel like, maybe I should just go ahead and settle. And your person might be right around the corner. This is where trusting in God comes in at. A lot of people say that and in there, but I'm gonna be real. It's easier said than done. It's easier to tell you, just keep on going, trusting God. He has something for you. It's so much easier to say that than to actually do it. If you walked away from an unhealthy relationship or situation or even friendship, and maybe you are walking away from your own unhealthy habits or decision making, and you're healing and you're doing the work and it's very lonely, you're learning about boundaries and you're communicating these boundaries, and a lot of people have walked away because of those, and it's very lonely, and you've come to a point where it's like, dang, being this lonely is taking a toll on me. I might as well just go back to that. Don't.
They don't cheat. But no flowers, no surprises, no dates, no texts for hours. The truth, laziness can destroy love just as much as lies. It's not always the big betrayals that break a friendship or break a relationship. Sometimes it's the lack of effort, the slow fading, the way you stop feeling chosen. So you deserve more than I didn't do anything wrong. You deserve someone who does something right. The check-ins, the random hugs, the just because moments. That's love in action. So if you're still sitting there convincing yourself that it's enough just because they're not cheating, ask yourself, are you loved or just tolerated? Because the bare minimum is not romance. It's disrespect dressed up as peace.
Here's why you should not settle, okay? In all of my past relationships, the things that I would ask for in my relationships would inevitably end up breaking up the partnership. And that person would tell me that I was asking for too much and that I was delusional thinking that any man would ever give me the things that I was asking for. And in those moments, I thought, no, because I am willing to give this to another person. So there has to be at least one other person in my vicinity that also wants the same type of relationship that I do. It's just statistically going to happen. Like, I'm not the only unicorn out here. So I didn't give up. I kept trying to find that relationship, but I kept on ending up with men that told me that I was asking for too much. Until one day where I decided that I was not going to find love swiping on the apps, forcing myself to do shit that I did not want to do. I switched up my approach and I used an energy focused approach instead of focusing on strategy, which meant that I healed a lot of the things that were going on within me. I got my subconscious mind on board. I had my nervous system feeling safe receiving, and I manifested like a fucking pro. And I called in the most incredible partner for me, somebody who fit all of the criteria that I wanted. The partner that I have now, I thank him for doing things for me that I once asked of my other partners and was told that I was asking for too much. So I say thank you to my new partner. He is always so confused as to why I'm appreciating this gesture that to him is like second nature. Always respond with, Katie, is the bar for men literally in hell? Like, of course I'm going to do these things for you. Why wouldn't I? I also want to be in this relationship. I also love you. I want to do these things too. And so in those moments, I know that I was right the whole time. That I was not asking for too much. And that, no, I shouldn't have settled with those fucking assholes who begged me and told me to accept less. No, instead, I stuck to my guns. I chose that I'd rather be single forever than end up with somebody who was telling me that I was asking for too much when I knew that I wasn't.
Don't settle, ladies. You're literally someone's dream girl. I mean that. So somebody out there is praying for a woman just like you. The way you laugh, the way you care so deep, the way you show up for people even when you're tired. You might feel like you're too much if you're with the wrong guy. But for the right one, girl, you'll be just right. He won't make you feel hard to love. He'll make you feel safe. He'll be proud to have you, and you won't have to beg him to show up. So stop shrinking to fit into someone's weak effort. Stop overgiving just to feel halfway seen. That's not love. That's a lesson. You are not lucky to be picked. You are the prize. You don't need to lower your standards. You just need to stop wasting your time on people who don't see your worth. So yeah, don't settle, because you're not just a girl. You're someone's answered prayer. And one day he's going to thank God that you never gave up on love.
Ladies, I'm going to hold your hands while I say this. Leave everything you're doing. Stop whatever you're doing. Never ever pretend to be low maintenance just to make anybody feel good. I repeat, never ever pretend not to like the good things of life just to make any man feel good. I have done it before when I was younger, and it was the biggest mistake. If you like the good things of life, say it. If you like to travel, if you like date night, if you like being spoiled, if you like reassurance, say everything. Do not pretend you do not like these things just to make the person you're talking to right now feel good. Listen, the moment you decide to shrink yourself for any man, it's going to give you the bare minimum. The barest minimum. And trust me, even the bare minimum, it cannot give it to you. Even the barest minimum, the man cannot give it to you. Whatever you want in life, if you're a materialistic girl, stick by it. Do not pretend not to like material. I pray for all my ladies. May a man who isn't sure of you never meet you again. May a nonchalant man never meet you again. In fact, if you're going like this and a nonchalant man is coming like this, you guys will miss each other. If you're going like this and a man that isn't sure of himself or what he wants in his life, if you're coming like this, you guys will never see each other. May a man that isn't sure of what he's doing with his life never meet you again. And let the church say amen. Amen, sister. Never shrink yourself for nobody. But if you like the good things of life, stick to it. Trust me.